Hello again. This is the second tutorial for your research guide for your travel brochure project. And part of the project is to create a works cited page that has all of your resources properly cited. So in the last tutorial, I showed you how to use the EasyBib add-on and the EasyBib website to create citations for sources that didn't automatically cite for you. And so when we ended up, we kind of had a works cited page that looks something like this. And this may be what yours looks like as well. So we have our three sources. So here's mine, 1, 2, and then 3 down here. But the works cited page is kind of a mess and we need to clean it up. Our information's good. We have our citations properly formatted. Now we just want to make sure that it looks the way that MLA expects a works cited page to look. And you can, if you're curious about what that looks like, you can go right here. And this is a sample of what a works cited page would look like. Of course, they have many more sources than we do, but this is basically what it would look like. And you can see over here we've got some cleaning up to do. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of this second works cited that the EasyBib add-on automatically gave us. That was really nice of them, but we don't need it right now. And we want to get rid of everything that says source 1, copy and paste your citation. We had that on here for the template, but now we're taking this template and we're actually creating our works cited page, so we don't need that. And then we want to go ahead and just get rid of any spacing between our three citations so that everything looks sort of like this, okay? And we're just going to get rid of page template up here and just call it works cited, okay? It should be centered, and we don't underline it, we don't put it in quotes, we don't italicize it, we just say works cited and leave it naked. It doesn't get any bells or whistles to it. So typically works cited pages go at the end of a paper that you would write. So if you were writing a paper, each page number, each page of your paper in the upper right hand corner would have your last name and then what the page number was. So if you wrote a 5-page paper, it might have your last name and 3 for the third page. And you really do want to number your works cited pages as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and insert a header up here in the right hand corner. We're not going to put a page number on it, but we're going to get in the habit of putting a header on here. So in our Google Doc, we're going to go up to Insert and go right down here to Header. And we want that header to be on the right side, so we're going to click this right justify or this right align. We're going to type, you will type your last name, I will type my last name, okay? Please don't give Miss Graham any works cited pages that say Crystal up in the right hand corner, okay? Make sure it's your last name that you're typing there, okay? I'm typing my last name because Crystal is my last name, not your last name, okay? And then just click out of it and it's done. The next thing we want to do is we want to highlight everything here in the main part of our page, and we're going to give it 2.0 spacing. So we're going to go to Format, and then we're going to go to Line Spacing, and then we're going to go to Double Spacing. And there we go. Now, of our three sources, they need to be in alphabetical order based on the first letter of the citation. And it just so happens that all three of my citations begin with C. So I'm going to have to go to the second letter. So my order is going to be Cartwright, Channer, Coliseum. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Coliseum citation, I'm going to cut it, come back down here, and paste it right here. And now everybody's in alphabetical order. If you look back over to our sample, you can see that they do something called a hanging indent. It's sort of like the opposite of indenting a paragraph. When we write a new paragraph, we indent the first line, and then the following lines come all the way out to the margin. A hanging indent is the reverse. So we need to go ahead and create the hanging indent. Now you can see the one that EasyBib already gave us, that add-on there for the book, that's already done. So we only have to do this for 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the line that you want to indent. And you see this little arrow up here, this little down arrow? You're going to drag it right to about right here, right at about a 1/2 inch. So we're going to take that little arrow and drag it. But now you'll notice that something irritating has happened. And I have yet to figure out a workaround to this, but I'm working on it. When we dragged the second line to that 1/2 inch mark, it also took the first line. So now we need to put the first line back. So we click on the first line, and we see this little blue rectangle, not the arrow. And this can be kind of tricky on a Chromebook, but I know you can do it. See this little rectangle? We're going to drag it back to right here. There you go. See? All right, let's try that again with the third one. We're going to come down to what we want to indent. We're going to try to just take the arrow, but I bet you that rectangle comes too. He does. So now we need to put that first line back. There you go. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A perfectly formatted, perfectly cited, works cited page. Thanks a lot.